From Jordan Poole's remarkable ascent to a surprising downturn, to him seemingly outsmarting the Wizards and costing them millions, it's evident why some argue that Jordan Poole is better suited for a bench role. Once considered one of the Warriors' standout players, Poole's fortunes took a nosedive. In the 2022 season, he seized the opportunity for more playing time, delivering a breakout performance that endeared him to fans. Poole showcased his skills with an impressive average of 18.5 points per game, shooting at stellar rates of 45%, 36%, and 92.5%. His ability to step up in Steph Curry's absence was commendable, highlighted by a memorable stretch where he averaged 25.4 points per game and 5 assists in March 2022. Poole's excellence extended into the postseason, contributing 17 points per game with shooting splits of 50%, 39%, and 91%, propelling the Warriors to dominate their playoff opponents. Moreover, he showcased an exceptional performance in the finals, displaying an ability to effortlessly sink deep three-pointers. However, the narrative shifted in the 2023 season. Despite Jordan Poole not reaching the heights of the previous year, he maintained a respectable average of 20.4 points with solid efficiency. The turning point arrived with the 2023 playoffs, revealing a noticeable decline in Poole's performance compared to the stellar 2022 season. Speculation about his departure intensified, eventually leading to his trade to the Wizards. Surprisingly, Poole's stint in Washington has been marked by a stark contrast in his gameplay. He appears to be struggling and, at times, resembling a rookie on the court. This downturn is particularly unexpected considering the initial anticipation that Poole would become a cornerstone for the Wizards franchise. Fans and analysts had high expectations based on his stellar 2022 performance, and his current struggles raise questions, with some attributing them to the aftermath of the Draymond Green situation. It became glaringly evident that Jordan Poole's happiness in Golden State waned significantly after the infamous sucker punch incident involving Green. The team's chemistry took a hit, and Poole's connection with the Warriors seemed strained. Despite being in a roster filled with scorers, Poole managed to deliver noteworthy performances when given the opportunity to shine. The anticipation was for a different scenario in Washington, where the team lacked defensive firepower beyond Kyle Kuzma. The basketball world was buzzing with excitement, projecting Poole to be a standout first. Adding to the hype, Kevin Garnett, before the 2024 season commenced, likened Poole to the next James Harden, expecting an exceptional season akin to Harden's post-Thunder success. However, reality has unfolded in the opposite direction. The reality has not aligned with the lofty expectations set by Garnett, and Poole's performance has been disappointing. So far, if this assessment seems too critical, consider this. Have you witnessed his initial 3 games with the Wizards? Poole's recent performances have been nothing short of cringe-worthy. In his debut with the Wizards, he mustered only 18 points, shooting 7 for 18 from the field and missing all 6 3-point attempts. Adding to the dismay, Poole committed 4 turnovers, contributing to a disheartening 23-point loss for the Wizards. Although he bounced back with a 27-point effort in the subsequent game, the victory didn't mask the lackluster efficiency and high turnover count. Poole struggled, going 8 for 23 from the field, missing 8 of 12 3-point attempts and turning the ball over 5 times. The third game witnessed another setback as the Wizards were dismantled by the Celtics, with Poole managing a mere 11 points on inefficient shooting. To exacerbate matters, his turnover count remained high. Unfortunately, this disappointing trend continued into November 2023, with Poole failing to live up to expectations. As of the 20th, in the 10 games he played for Washington, excluding their lone win against the Hornets, the Wizards faced defeat in every contest. Adding to the disappointment, Jordan Poole's impact was almost non-existent in the victory against Charlotte, where he struggled, going 3 for 12 from the field and managing a mere 11 points. Throughout November, he only exceeded the 20-point mark on 2 occasions, with unimpressive shooting splits both times. The recurring issue of turnovers continued to plague his performance in nearly every matchup, excluding the game against the Bucks on the 20th. Rather than being the savior in challenging situations, Poole has inadvertently become the source of the Wizards' struggles. In the 2024 season, he has been making headlines, but regrettably not for the right reasons. One notable lowlight that garnered attention was Poole's attempt to emulate Steph Curry's signature move, the no-look 3, during a game against the Grizzlies. Unfortunately, the shot missed badly, inviting mockery from spectators, the situation didn't improve when the Wizards faced the Hawks a few days later in a game against Atlanta, with Washington trailing by 21 points in just over 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Poole attempted a flashy lob off the glass to Kuzma. This move, amidst their significant deficit, drew further ridicule for Jordan. The crowd booed him, and social media erupted with criticism. The situation worsened during a game against the Raptors on the 13th, where Poole made questionable decisions and even missed a crucial layup in the clutch. A viral video capturing Poole seemingly inattentive during a timeout further fueled the backlash. Fans began drawing parallels between his behavior and Draymond Green's treatment of him, emphasizing concerns about Poole's attitude. The consensus is that, unless there's a positive change in his demeanor, benching might be the only solution. While Poole has always exuded confidence, evident from his rookie season trash talking, Damian Lillard's recent incidents have painted a different picture. While Jordan Poole showcased his confidence, especially during his impactful stint with the Warriors in the 2022 campaign, it's evident that his performance has taken a hit. Despite the apparent decline in his abilities, Poole continues to exude confidence, creating a mismatch between perception and reality. It's becoming increasingly clear that he needs a reality check. Even Kevin Garnett acknowledges the need for Poole to adopt a more serious and focused approach to be considered a legitimate player in the league. Garnett points out that Poole's attitude has taken a turn for the worse since joining Washington, and the key to a turnaround lies in shedding the laid-back demeanor. Garnett suggests that limiting Poole's playing time and having him ride the bench could serve as a humbling experience. Considering the Wizards' limited talent, this adjustment might compel Poole to reevaluate and improve his performance. The hope is that a more grounded approach will lead to a positive transformation, as his current cocky attitude seems detrimental to his on-court contributions. Additionally, coming off the bench might offer Poole the opportunity to face less skilled defenders, potentially aiding him in finding his rhythm. During his time with the Warriors, Jordan Poole often benefited from not being the primary focus of opposing teams' best defenders, given the presence of stars like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Andrew Wiggins. However, since becoming the main offensive player alongside Kuzma for the Wizards, Poole has faced tougher defensive matchups, making it challenging for him to score. A potential strategy to reignite Poole's scoring prowess could be having him face bench players more frequently. This shift might provide him with opportunities to showcase his offensive skills and regain his confidence. If successful, there could be a chance to reintegrate him into the starting lineup, allowing him to fulfill the expectations Washington had when acquiring him. The financial aspect adds another layer to this narrative, as Poole's lucrative contract with the Wizards sees him set to earn substantial sums despite his current struggles. His earnings are projected to reach $27.4 million at the end of the 2024 season, $29.6 million the following year, $31.8 million after the 2026 season, and $34 million by the conclusion of the 2027 season. This financial commitment, coupled with his on-court performance, raises questions about the value he's currently providing to the Wizards. Given the substantial financial commitment the Wizards have made to Jordan Poole, there's a growing sentiment that his underwhelming performance should warrant consequences, perhaps in the form of being benched. This situation draws parallels to the controversy surrounding Ben Simmons, who has faced criticism for what some perceive as robbing the Nets of significant financial investments. The concern lies not just in Poole's on-court struggles, but in the ethical dilemma of earning considerable sums while not meeting performance expectations. Many question how Poole can reconcile sleeping at night knowing he receives a hefty paycheck despite disappointing performances, especially when compared to individuals working hard for a fraction of his earnings. The disconnect between Poole's financial gains and his on-court contributions raises ethical questions about his professional responsibility. It's suggested that Poole's attitude implies a lack of concern for these matters. The perception is that, ultimately, the point guard prioritizes financial gain over proving his worth on the court, from potentially fleecing the Wizards out of significant sums to his decline from hero to zero. The consensus emerges that benching Poole might be a necessary course of action.